Been doing the rounds on morning TV after a big night of celebrations. Mailata's lack of sleep was obvious.
Have you been to sleep yet?
Oh man, the bags must be showing. I have not been to sleep yet. Still got to go pack my bags.
Now checking FIVEAA traffic.
Afternoon, looking pretty good out there at the moment. I've just got a twisted traffic light to watch out for in Hillcrest. That's on North East Road at Pittman Road, and some emergency sewer works in Campbelltown, Montacute Road near Newcastle Street. Also watch out for cameras today, Coromandel Parade in Blackwood and Ridgeway Drive in Flagstaff Hill. OTR's $10 meal deals are here for brekkie, lunch and dinner. Delicious combos, great taste, unbeatable value. OTR. Making life easy. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on FIVEAA.
Now the FIVEAA forecast: sunny this afternoon, sunny tomorrow 42, Thursday a possible shower down to 28, Friday 25. Right now it's 37 degrees. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News tonight.
I'm Kate Collins. Tonight, Steelworks crisis. We're on the ground in Whyalla as the Premier arrives for urgent talks. We go live to London as a verdict looms in the Sam Kerr racial harassment trial. New data paints a bleak picture for Adelaide homebuyers. And SA scorcher, where the mercury will hit nearly 50 degrees. 9 News, your news, nightly at 6 on 9 and 9 now.
Aussie kids are active kids. Creative kids. Sporty kids. Are you a Weet-Bix kid? At Coles, there's lots to love this Valentine's Day. Like half price on Lindt Lindor Chocolate Heart Tin, 147 grams, now just $10. Get great value hands down for Valentine's Day at Coles. Offer ends Tuesday.
If you're building a home, the Selector Homes Display Village is a great place to start. Your ideas and imagination will flow. There's nothing else quite like it in Adelaide. Different homes for different lifestyles, all in the one location. Walk through the sanctuary. It's simply stunning, with an incredible Jarrah facade, polished concrete floors and a sensational use of space. Explore the Selector Homes and Building Solutions Display Village, Port Wakefield Road, Burton. Visit selectorhomes.com.au.
The passing of someone close places unique stress on family and friends. At this time, Farrell and O'Neill Funerals are here to provide reassurance and peace of mind. Farrell and O'Neill offer creative guidance and advice to tailor a service that best honours your loved one. Whether a large gathering or a small, intimate service, Farrell and O'Neill share their generations of experience in tailoring a unique and meaningful farewell. Proudly SA family-owned and operated, because it's personal.
Streaming live via the FIVEAA Player app on DAB Digital Radio and on 1395 AM. This is FIVEAA, always Adelaide. FIVEAA Afternoons with Stacey Lee.
Good afternoon to you and happy Tuesday. It's the 11th of February, 6 minutes past 3. Into the third hour of the afternoon's program. Thank you for joining me. It's time to get arty.
FIVEAA's State of the Arts.
And joining me in the studio now is Louise Adler, Director of Adelaide Writers' Week, which starts in less than a month now. Louise, hello.
Hello, lovely to be here, Stacey.
Thank you for coming in. It's getting close now.
It is slightly queasy. I'm not the sort of person who finds giving a party easy. I think no one will come, and that's what I'm frightened. No one will come, but of course, 150,000 plus people come. Mm-hmm. So I think I should give up on being nauseous.
No, I don't think you need to worry about that. You always have people coming for Adelaide Writers' Week, and it's because I think you have a jam-packed schedule. You've got lots of new talent coming, and it's expanded as well in recent years, not just writers but podcasters as well, who I guess, podcaster sort of is a writer, but podcasters as well.
Correct. Because I think it's very interesting because we're all after, during COVID, we all listened to podcasts, we all got involved with them, and we've got a wonderful lineup, people like Amanda Keller, Julia Baird, Michelle Kesh, Laurie, all these wonderful people coming, and we'll have a day, and I think it's really interesting to see our favourite podcasters in the flesh doing their thing, sort of like drawing the curtain back on what does this look like? What are they doing, these people? We hear hear them, we listen to them, we're completely committed to them. They're our friends in our ears, but what do they look like when they're doing this in the flesh? So it's very interesting.
That is always, I always fear I underwhelm people if I ever meet someone and they say, oh, yes, you're on the road. I thought you'd be taller. Okay, thank you.
What have they got against short women?
Exactly.
The short women are the best. I'm with you, Stacey.
Thank you.
Shortest. They're being shortest.
Now, you've got a huge lineup this year. Tell me about some of the new talent we'll be seeing in Adelaide that you're bringing to town.
So one person I think's really interesting is Kara Swisher. Obviously, we're all coming to terms with Trump Redux, Trump 2.0, and Kara Swisher has written this book called Burn Book. She's probably the biggest expert on Silicon Valley and the tech bros, and I think she'll be fascinating. I want to know why Elon Musk, Mr. Twitter, Mr. Facebook, Mr. Amazon, all of them, and Mr. whoever, all of them rocked up to Trump's inauguration.
Yes.
So I'm really interested to hear her tell us, what she thinks about these men, and they're men, all of them are men, and what they think they're going to get out of the relationship with Trump, and what this means for technology in the future and the power of it, and whether we should be terrified by the kind of ways in which social media is distorting our ideas and feeding us information and misinformation. So I'm very interested to hear Kara talk about those issues.
Oh, fascinating. Getting into the mind of Elon Musk must be exciting and scary all at once.
Maybe icky. I mean, someone who does a Sieg Heil salutes, really, I'm a bit worried about him.
Well, and speaking of, Writers' Week doesn't shy away from the big issues. You have talks this year on anti-Semitism and Islamophobia. You faced backlash in the past from some parts of the community. Are you expecting any of that this year?
Well, I think that we've had lots of talk in the last year about social cohesion, and we've clearly got the war in the Ukraine, we've got the war on Gaza, and we've got conflicts around the globe, and we've got whatever the Trump effect's going to be in America. I think we're in this period, autocracies, autocrats, instability. And so we've talked in our community here in Australia about social cohesion. Well, what does that actually mean, and what does that look like? And I thought two of the issues that are circulating, I should say there are three issues circulating. There's anti-Semitism, there's Islamophobia, and then what's our relationship as white Australians to the First Nations and the aftermath of the Voice referendum failing. So I think they're the kinds of issues around race, racism and identity that I hope we will tease out. So on Sunday afternoon in the Town Hall, Waleed Ali and Susan Carland are going to be in conversation about Islamophobia, and the Special Envoy to Combat Islamophobia, Aftab Malik, will join them to talk about that issue. And then in the evening, Sir Simon Sharma will give an oration on anti-Semitism, and then talk with Sarah Ferguson of the 7:30 report about the consequences of anti-Semitism and what we make of that now today. And what does it mean for us as Australians? We've viewed ourselves as a multicultural society. What does that look like? What does it mean to be a multicultural society if we can't accept cultural difference, accept other people's opinion, speak with courtesy and respect and consideration to one another across our political differences?
And do we pick and choose cultures to be multicultural?
Indeed.
And who decides?
Who gets to decide? And how do we respond to this? So we've had, there's been discussions about whether Australia's a xenophobic country, whether it's a racist country or not. I don't know what people feel generally in the community, but I think they're important issues for us to think about at this point.
And I guess that's part of the point of Writers' Week. Is there are thought leaders, there are people who have thoughts and perspectives, and having the conversation. People don't always like the fact that the conversation is being had, but for me as an outsider, it's always been about. I see it as those people having those conversations.
And what I feel is so uplifting about Adelaide Writers' Week is that we have them with civility. We treat each other with respect. Nobody, abuses anyone. It's not a place, we wouldn't accept any abuse. We wouldn't accept racial vilification or hate speech. But actually people listen to one another, and people in the audience can get up and ask a grumpy question. But you want to be treated with courtesy and have a serious engagement about where we agree and where we don't agree. And I think one of the joys of Adelaide Writers' Week is, well, if you don't like what you're hearing on the East Stage, you can drift across to the West Stage. If you don't like the West Stage, you can go to the North Stage. And if you don't like any of it, you can go and get a lovely coffee. What a beautiful thing.
And the weather's usually beautiful in March. You can chill out on the grass.
May the weather god smile upon us, Stacey.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, there's a range of paid events, of course, but you also always have some good free events. I don't know if this is a cruel question, Louise, but can I ask you to give us your top 3?
Oh, you're asking me to choose between my children.
I know.
I can't. I love all of them. Okay. I think you really don't want to miss Geraldine Brooks talking to Bob Carr. Geraldine Brooks' husband, Tony Horowitz, a very well-known American writer, dropped dead, very traumatic, dropped dead in a street in New York and out of nowhere. She's written a book called Memorial Days about grief. Bob Carr's wife, Helena, they came back from an opera in Vienna and they came back to the hotel. She said she had a backache and went into the bathroom and died in his arms. So I think that conversation about grief, how we make sense of it and what it means for us in the living after our partners, our loved ones have died, will be a very moving conversation. Helen Garner will be there. Helen Garner's a beloved Australian writer. She's talking about her latest book called The Season, which is about her grandson Ambrose, who's I think 18 years of age and playing in a football team. And so it's a lovely, interesting, very thought-provoking book about her love of her grandson and of this moment between boyhood and adulthood. And so it's a very lovely book. Gina Chick of Alone Australia will join us, and she's amazing. I think that will be fabulous. I think it will be a really fascinating story. Tim Winton will be with us, and of course he's one of our most beloved Australian novelists. So lots of things for people: fiction, non-fiction, politics, fun. We've got a book quiz for book nerds, very competitive people. Being a bit of a nerd myself about books, we all want to win, so that will be interesting.
What's the prize?
I'm not telling you. It's highly competitive. Medals. There'll be medals, gold medals, silver medals, participation awards. Right. And we've got a great debate. And the topic is that true friends stab you in the front.
Oh,
courtesy of Oscar Wilde.
Oh, I like that.
We like that topic.
Yep.
So that should be great fun. So there's fun, there's light stuff, there's fun stuff, there's serious business, there's novels from people we know and love, and also from writers that we have never met. And I've always taken real pride in bringing writers to Australia that we'd never read before, that all of us didn't know about, and that actually we start a conversation with our reading community, and then those writers go on to build a whole new audience in Australia. So it's a place for kind of established writers, it's a place for new writers. That's what I think Adelaide, as a free festival, actually invites us to take part in.
Oh, beautifully said. It's all happening from the 1st to the 6th of March, Adelaide Writers' Week. Louise Adler, Director of the Writers' Week Festival, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you, Stacey. I hope to see you in the gardens.
Sounds good. Louise Adler there. It's 16 minutes past 3, a quick break, and then up next we're talking about a new performance with the State Theatre Company. It starts tonight and it's called Housework. It's a political drama, and I can't wait to talk to the writer Emily Steele about how much research she did on this. How accurate is it?
Who on earth gave them their driving licence? Learn how to merge! Merge! Come on! How many imbeciles can you actually put on one road? 30 kilometres per hour driving Miss Daisy! Use your indicators, yeah? Bloody hell.
Beat the heat. Keep cool with Fix Now, Pay Later options available. Book now. For great service guaranteed, call 1300 Automasters.
When you call on LAM to fit you out with solar, aircon or general electrical maintenance, here's what you can expect. A bunch of local, South Aussie Sparkies who care about finding the best solution for your home. They're dead honest and they don't do the hard sales thing. So if you're thinking about solar, aircon or you just need a Sparky, search for LAM. LAMM. LAM Solar. Get a free quote today.
Shopping for student devices? See the experts at Harvey Norman for unbeatable deals on laptops, tablets, headphones, mobiles and more. Save a huge $120 on HP 14 Celeron laptop, now only $368. Get the latest Acer Copilot Plus PC, ultralight, ultra-fast, amazing battery, only $998. Or the versatile Lenovo IdeaPad Flex laptop with stylus pen, hot price now $1,198. Harvey Norman, your destination for student devices.
Go! Kids making a racket? Nothing hits like Hot Shots Tennis. Perfect for kids aged 3 to 12. Book your free trial at a participating club. Hit up hotshots.tennis.com.au. Hot Shots Tennis. It's different.
Calling Harry Potter fans to Coles. For a limited time only, get a half-price Coles Magical Discs collector album for just $5. It's the perfect place to keep all your magical discs at Coles. Offer ends 18 Feb or while stocks last.
Cup of tea, dear? The kettle's on. Would you like a cup of tea, love? Cup of tea, dear!
What?
If you're concerned about hearing loss for a loved one, book an appointment with Can Do Hearing. CanDoHearing.com.au. That sounds better.
Suzuki in the City's demo clearance is on now. This is our biggest demo clearance ever, with the biggest savings in Adelaide. Only from Suzuki in the City, Adelaide's biggest Suzuki dealership, and only while stock lasts.
Get your wheels from Suzuki in the City.
30 kilometres per hour driving, Miss Daisy! Use your indicators, yeah?
Keep your cool in traffic with ice cold aircon from Automasters. Fix now, pay later options available. Call 1300 Automasters.
5AA Afternoons with Stacey Lee.
I don't know if you've seen Veep, but it's a bit of a behind-the-scenes look at the corridors of power in the US. Well, now a Veep sort of inspired show is coming to the State Theatre Company here in South Australia. It starts tonight. It's called Housework, and the writer of Housework joins you now, Emily Steele. Hi, Emily. Thanks for your time.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
I was so excited when I saw the premise of this show. I'm a bit of a political nerd. And I love the ins and outs of what happens in the corridors of Parliament House, and so I think I'll be very interested in this. For those who haven't heard of Housework yet, tell us what you've written about.
Okay, well, I set out to look into what the working experience was like for women in Parliament. And I was interested in looking at women kind of from the top politicians down to the junior staffers and also the parliamentary staff, the staff that work in Parliament House. So it's kind of a picture of everything I saw in researching this. And what happens in the story is you have a first-term marginal MP, played by Susie Youssef, who goes with her chief of staff, played by Emily Tahini, and a naive junior staffer to Parliament in Canberra, and everything that happens there, some of which is not meant to happen at all.
And so how did you go about writing something like this? Because there'd be lots of people who have worked in politics, who have worked in Parliament House, both in Canberra but also in, the respective state parliaments, who'd be watching with interest and, probably picking it apart if there's anything in there that's not totally accurate.
Yeah. That's always the fear. What I often do when I'm researching a play is I'll go and I'll try and have as many conversations with real people as I can. And then I'll read around it, I'll read books that people have written, I'll read stuff in the news, and then I will use my best guess, because this is a fiction, so it's inspired by conversations, and it's inspired by things I read and things I saw, but these are not real people. So far, people have said it's hopefully reasonably close to reality. I had one or two comments in the development of it where they're like, that might be wrong, so we fixed that. So we tried to fix any mistakes. We tried to fix ahead of time. There's almost certainly going to be something, and I would really love to hear about it. So if anybody who does work in politics spots a mistake, please let me know.
But I guess that comes with it, right? You're not setting out to recreate a documentary style performance. It's also for entertainment, so there will be parts that are hyperbolized and exaggerated and need to be there for entertainment reasons too.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think what I really tried to do with this is it talks about quite serious things, but also, people are giving me 2 hours of their time and I want them to have a good night out. So hopefully what it does is it makes you laugh at a lot of things, but makes you think about them at the same time.
One of the lines in sort of the premise of this that I loved was the fact that you're trying to do everything, the intricacies of working in Parliament House and the juggle of having a sick media advisor, a husband back home who's struggling to deal with their daughter, and the intricacies of selecting the correct pastries that her member requires for breakfast.
Well, that kind of came from talking to chiefs of staff, and they were talking about what a weird job it is, because you are simultaneously doing the most intellectually challenging work you've ever done in your life, and you're having to make sure that your politician has eaten lunch. And it's that kind of like, what other job is that? It's fascinating.
Yeah. And then the idea that, I realise Canberra is where Parliament is, and I think every MP that gets into federal politics understands that as well. But I often think about the juggle and the balance that federal parliamentarians have to make, especially women with young children who might have female staffers who also have young children. I mean, if you've got a family at home and you said to any family that's struggling in 2025 to deal with the balance, and by the way, for 4 days every fortnight, I'm just going to up and leave the state. You cool? I don't think there'd be many households that could do it.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. This is what I found in talking to all these women there, that even though things have changed in Parliament House so that, you can breastfeed in the chamber, there is a childcare centre. They are trying to limit working hours. Still, if you're a mum with a child who is school age, you're just going to have to leave them at home. And I know it's the same for dads, that they also have to leave their kids at home. But the expectations on what dads do versus what mums do, I think, are really different. And the pressure that puts on them as parents, I think, is different. So I did talk to women who were politicians and who were staff who just sort of said, I don't know how long I can do this because it's that hard.
Yeah, and I think the biggest example of that is any woman in power, whether it's Parliament or anywhere else, always gets asked, how do you deal with the juggle? How do you balance working full time and owning a business or being in Parliament and having a family? But not once have I ever heard a man be asked that question. So there is that expectation of for whatever reason, whether it's the mental load or whether it is the, especially when they're younger, the breastfeeding responsibilities that mums have that men maybe don't. And not to minimise the role of fathers in the situation, but there's just a lot more that comes with being a mother, being in Canberra, than I think being a father.
And I mean, look, we've only had the vote for a little bit over 100 years, so it's still quite new.
Yeah. Okay, so go on, spill the beans, Emily. Who did you talk to? Who inspired the pastries for breakfast?
Do you know what? This is the one thing that I will not answer. Everybody wants to know. It is the first question people ask me, and it's the one question that I won't answer because people were quite open with me, and I was really grateful for that generosity. But the reason they were able to be is that I said, look, I'm not going to say who I've spoken to, I'm not going to quote you, and I didn't even write notes in those sessions. I wrote them down afterwards. So everything is kind of filtered through me and through my memory. A lot of these people are very public figures, and I was really grateful and sometimes surprised that they agreed to talk to me. So that trust, I think, is really important. So I just will not say who it was.
Okay, fair enough. I was going to try and push back, but it sounds like I'm not going to get anywhere, am I?
Well, it's also more fun if you, in watching it, go, oh, that reminds me of that person. Maybe she talked to that person. It's kind of fun to not know. That's my other answer. It's more fun if you don't know.
Okay, all right, I'll take your word for it. I'm looking forward to seeing it tonight, and it is on now at the Dunstan Playhouse from the 7th of February to the 22nd. You can get tickets online at the State Theatre Company website. Emily, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
That's Emily Steele there. Looking forward to seeing that one. That sounds good. Now, if you're looking forward to getting to the Fringe and if you'd like something to take the kids or the grandkids to, get on the phone now, 8223 0055. I have a family pass to give away to Signor Baffo at Gluttony. It's a chaotic kitchen with loads of laughs for the kids. There's chaos whenever he's left in charge. There's some meatballs and spaghetti involved. How does a chicken lay an egg? How do you roll a sausage, apparently? Signor Baffo will answer all of those questions for you and the kids or grandkids at Adelaide Fringe. It's on at Gluttony every weekend and the public holiday Monday at 2:15 at Yukio. It's one of the venues in Gluttony. I'm not sure I've been to Yukio before, but I've heard all about this show and it's great fun. The family will love it. And if you'd like a family pass to go along, call now, 8223 0055. Time for 3:30 news headlines, and after that, it's Turkey Tuesday, so get your turkey nominations in.
Tune into the 5AA Breakfast Show each week as David Kosh chats with Will and Dave.
Would Donald Trump ever impose tariffs on Australian exports into America? Doubtful, because America has a massive trade surplus with us. In other words, they make more money exporting to us than we make exporting to them. And that's been in place for 20 or 30 years. So I can't say we're taking advantage of the American consumer.
David Kosh, each week on 5AA Breakfast, always Adelaide.
Make your move into a new Mazda at the M event. From February 9 to 16, enjoy an M event bonus across selected 2024 models. Get $500 off CX-3, $750 off CX-5 and CX-80, or $1,500 off BT50. Head to your local Mazda dealer for the M event and make it yours today, while stocks last. Terms and conditions apply. See mazda.com.au for details.
When it comes to flooring for your home or investment property, including plantation shutters and blinds, you've got the world at your feet at Floor World in Adelaide's north, east and west. Floor World keeps prices low on a huge range of flooring options, including wool and synthetic carpets, engineered timber flooring, laminate, hybrid and vinyl flooring, including some of the best Aussie and international brands at fantastic prices. Visit floorworld.com.au for a free in-home consult. Mention this ad for 15% off.
This is 5AA News, always Adelaide.
Good afternoon, Mel Usher with the latest news headlines. A damaged fibre optic cable is affecting Telstra mobile services in the Mount Barker region. Australia's former ambassador to the United States believes the federal government is able to work with the Trump administration. Parts of the state are expected to nudge 50 degrees tomorrow as the mercury soars. And in sport, Port Adelaide's AFL playing squad has travelled to the Barossa for their annual community camp. 5AA weather, sunny this afternoon, sunny tomorrow, 42. Right now it's 38 degrees. We'll have more news at 4 o'clock on 5AA, always Adelaide.
MSC Cruises' Sensational Sale is on now with Phil Hoffman Travel. Save up to 25% and receive up to $1,000 on board credit. Plus, kids cruise free and save up to 40% on drinks packages when you purchase in advance. Choose from 7 to 12-night voyages in the Mediterranean, Northern Europe, Asia, Caribbean and now Alaska. Offer ends 31st of March. Conditions apply. Contact Phil Hoffman Travel. Visit pht.com.au.
When it comes to reducing pain and rebuilding strength, Kiesa leaves nothing to chance. Our university-qualified health professionals don't just treat problem areas. They design personalised training programs using Swiss-engineered machines unique to Kiesa. These machines safely isolate the affected area, test your strength and help rebuild your muscles for a stronger, more active and healthier life. Kiesa. Building strength with precision in Norwood.
If you're a gardener, then you know the first place you want to be is in your garden. The second is a garden grove, sipping a really good coffee. while you tuck into a scrumptious breakfast. Or sipping a glass of wine and chatting over the chef's special. Because the thing about Garden Grove is, it's not just the garden centre that's amazing. So is the cafe.
Garden Grove, the garden that I want.
gardengrove.com.au. Golden Grove.
At Complete Care, we're more than just a care provider, we're a family. As we celebrate our 10th year, our mission remains the same, to empower our specialised team of carers and client service managers to help people living with a disability. We provide personalised services, including cleaning and home maintenance, to social support and transportation. We look after you like family, offering a warm, caring touch that sets us apart. At Complete Care, we're the company with heart. Complete Care, with a K.
Always trusted. 5AA. Always Adelaide. 5AA Afternoons with Stacey Lee.
Good afternoon to you on this hot Tuesday, the 11th of February. Bronnie in Hallett Cove was quick on the phone. Hello, Bronnie.
Hello, Stacey. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh, very excited.
Good. You
I'm
should
so glad.
be. You should be because you've won the tickets.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much into 5AA. That's just fantastic.
Oh, no.
I'm hoping to take the grandkids, so it'll be really lovely.
Oh, good. How many do you have?
Oh, 2, but one's too little, but the other one, she'll love it.
Oh, perfect. I've heard it's absolutely great for the kids. It's just chaos. It's a silly man, Senor Baffo, in a kitchen. What more do you want?
Oh, she will love it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You'll love it.
That's fantastic.
Thank you, Bronnie.
Yeah. No, it sounds like a fantastic show at the Fringe, so
Yep.
thank you.
I'm sure you'll love it. Congratulations. Well done. It's Bronnie in Hallett Cove. Won a family pass to Senor Baffo at Gluttony. Experience Senor Baffo, a chaotic kitchen, loads of laughs for the kids. You can book at fringetix.com.au, and I'll have tickets all week, so make sure you stay listening. Now, it's almost time for Turkey Tuesday, so if you have a turkey nomination, get on the phone, 8223 0000, although I hate to say it, I think my turkey wins this week. This is a big one. I love it. This is the funniest turkey. I heard about it this morning, and I cannot wait to share it with you. But if you have a turkey of your own, who's done something silly, who forgot to take the bins out, who deserves to be called out on the radio, who needs a little shout out, 8223 0000 is the number to call to nominate a turkey of the week. Best caller today will win a case of Turkey Flat Vineyards Rosé. It comes in eco-friendly cans. It's perfect for weather like today and tomorrow, and any day, really. When is it not wine weather? Especially Turkey Flat Rosé. So if you want a case of Turkey Flat Rosé, make sure you nominate a turkey to go into the running to win that. But before we get into it, a little update for you. Earlier on, you heard from Rebecca Sharkey, who's the independent MP for the seat of Mayo, which takes in the Adelaide Hills, about Telstra Towers being down, 4 Telstra Towers, in fact. Here is part of what Rebecca Sharkey had to say about this situation.
There are 4 Telstra mobile towers down in Mount Barker. My understanding is, and we've been back and forth with Telstra to get as much information as we can to share with the community, that obviously this is a major fault with all 4 towers down. They have rediverted their technical teams to look at those towers now, so I think they've been pulled off other jobs. But we still, at this point, don't know exactly what the fault is or when there's an expected time when they'll come back on. I've conveyed, as has Dan Cregan, to the regional manager how critical this is for our community. I mean, the weather is atrocious. We've got more days of extreme weather. So, you know, that they very much know that this is incredibly important for our community.
Absolutely it is, especially, as she said there, with the hot weather today and tomorrow. We have received an update from Telstra. Their techs are on site now, and they say it's due to a damaged fibre optic cable. They urgently deployed technicians to investigate and have found that, unfortunately, the cable was cut. technicians are there and working to restore services. They'll hope to have everything back online soon and thank everyone for their patience. Just to let you know, though, that calls to 000 will be automatically diverted to any working mobile network. So if you're on Telstra and you do, touch wood, hopefully not, if you are on Telstra, though, and you do need to make a 000 call, it will be automatically diverted to Optus or Vodafone or one of the other services in the area. So if you're there and you're wondering why your phone hasn't been working, you haven't been able to make calls or receive calls, that's why. Techs are on site and hope to have it back up and running soon. We'll, of course, keep you updated throughout the afternoon as we get any updates. 22 minutes to 4 here on 5AA.
Time to call in and nominate your Turkey of the Week for Stacey Lee's Turkey Tuesday.
Call in, nominate a turkey who's done something silly and and deserves to be called out on the radio for it. Now, this is a worry because Sam Datto, new producer of the afternoons program, wandered straight into the studio to nominate a turkey. We've only been working together 2 days, Sam. You're not allowed to nominate me already.
I wasn't going to nominate you,
Hello.
Stacey. Good afternoon.
Morning.
Yeah, anyway, moving on. I'm still getting used thank you. I'm still getting used to all this, different time of the day, everything. I was wondering, can I nominate myself to start with?
Oh, please. We love a self-nomination here.
So, I've recently moved into the city. I'm walking around a lot more. Now with these hours of afternoons, I can walk to work, and that's exactly what I did yesterday. But I had to duck over to the mall on the way home yesterday, and I thought, I can't be bothered taking my laptop, I can't be bothered taking my bag, I'm going to leave it at work, I'll go to the mall, walk home. All good, got to about Vic Square, halfway home, and then I realised I left my keys in my work bag.
Oh, no.
So I had to bring 2 bags of shopping back with me to work, grab my keys and go back again. So I'll nominate myself for the first one.
Did you have any ice cream in there?
No, I discussed with you. I went out for ice cream later.
Yeah, okay. Oh, the ice cream came later, of course. All right, because that would have been bad.
That would have been
if
very
there was
bad.
some melted ice cream in the bag. All right, first nomination. Sam's first Turkey Tuesday nomination, and it's himself. We love a self-nomination here on Afternoons. If you've done something silly, you've got to call yourself out for it. 822 300 Mary is in Theberton. Hi, Mary.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
That's good. I'd like to nominate Ticketek. Have you ever tried to go online and buy tickets these days?
Oh, I have, yeah.
And you log in, and then they got to send you a code number. Then by the time you pick out your tickets, your time's run out. Then you've got to get another code number. And then when you decide that you're going to download it, you got to download the app and then put it in your wallet, because when you go to a concert and everybody's downloading, you can't get through, then you got to download the wallet, put it in and if you don't have a wallet, then you got to download the wallet from Ticketek app that you have to download, and then you want to ring them and you get someone in Manila. And I was losing it the other night because I went to Brian Adams and I said, but when I go there, everybody else is, trying to download it at the same time and you can't get through. There's a down point. Because then you're going to have to download the wallet. And I go, but what do you mean? Because I didn't have a wallet. Because I'm a bit old school. The old piece of paper.
Yep. I know. I'm only laughing because it's so relatable, Mary. And there's so many steps. You used to just be able to buy tickets and you'd have
and they post them. And they post them to you. Remember? And you put it up on your mirror because you knew that's the if it wasn't for my friend to remind me that we're going to the thing, I would have forgotten all about it. Because I didn't have it on my mirror to remind me.
I love it.
So I'm a bit of a turkey myself.
I don't know if you're the turkey in this situation. I love a self-nomination, but I don't think it's applicable this time. It's definitely Ticketek. Well done. Thank you, Mary.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. So relatable. Oh, my goodness. So many steps along the way that you have to do. Oh, it's infuriating. All right, let's go to Deb in Wollonga. Hi, Deb.
Hi, Stacey. I totally agree with Mary on every step of the way. My Turkey of the Week is the ANZ Bank in McLaren Vale. They've just sent out an email saying that they're removing services. They're going to be a specialty hub. There'll be no more depositing, withdrawing, going in, unless you would like to obviously take out a loan or do something that makes them money, but nothing to do with customer service. You have to go, the closest one now is Colonnades, which for a lot of the elderly, that's not the best thing. We do have public transport here, but not as regularly as everyone else. I'm in Wollonga and it's even less there. So I just think it's a dirty call, especially when you're that far from things.
That's infuriating, Deb. I hate hearing these stories. It seems like banks don't want you to be able to access your own money anymore. They make it so hard.
Well, I think they're turkey, Stacey.
Absolutely, yeah. I'd probably use a stronger word, but I can't, so turkey will have to do.
That's my nomination. Thank you.
Thank you, Deb. Great nomination. Infuriating. ANZ Bank. Ugh. Let's go to Elizabeth Park. Hi, Kayleen.
Good afternoon, Stacey. I'm the turkey.
Oh, no. What did you do, Kayleen?
Well, yesterday I thought I'd go up to the shop, get a couple of things that I really needed, and come home. But when I came home, I went down to get some petrol. That's right. Lucky I had enough petrol in the car. But anyway, I opened my bag up, no purse.
Oh, no.
And oh, dear. What am I going to do?
Oh.
Well, anyway, I went back to the supermarket. No, nobody had handed my purse in. I checked my bag again, thinking I'm going nuts. Checked what bag I had in my shopping. Nothing in there. So I thought, oh, bother, I have to go over to the bank. Now, my bank is a good bank. It's Bendigo Bank. I'll give them a plug. Anyway, I went over to the bank and after a few questions and things and like to identify myself and all that sort of thing, she said, no, there's been no transactions or anything on your cards. And I'm thinking, oh my golly gosh, my lay-bys in there, all my senior card stuff and you name it is usually in your purse. Driver's license, so I'm thinking, oh gee, I'm going to have to go and sort all that out. Well, anyway, I had enough, so I just came on home and had some lunch and did a couple of things, and I'm thinking, I think I will go back to that car again. I'll go back to the car and have another look. So I absolutely pulled everything out, not that there's a lot, but my purse being black, it was in a dark spot and I couldn't see it on the floor.
Oh, no, it was in your car the whole time.
The whole time.
Oh, no, Kayleen.
So thankfully, I didn't have to do my driver's license or my Centrelink or anything.
Thank God. Oh, 'cause no one likes to take a new photo for the driver's license.
So now all I have to do is wait for my new cards to come, which will be in the next 10 days.
Oh, Kayleen.
Yes, it's a hair out moment.
Yep. Very worthy nomination, unfortunately, Kayleen. Thank you. See ya.
Bye.
Let's go to Semaphore South. Hi, Nick.
Hello, Stacey. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Great to hear on the radio. I should call you Anastasia in Greek, shouldn't I?
You should. Yeah, you can do that. Go for it.
You make me laugh. Well, I'm home laying down after a major operation.
Oh, no.
I became very ill. I had to be rushed to hospital, but before having that done, I organised some care, overnight care for my mother, whom I'm a full-time carer. She has advanced dementia. And I told my niece to follow through with everything, and somehow she called a different provider, and they cancelled her night care, so she was alone all night.
Oh, no.
And I was shocked. I was in absolute shock. And apparently she was very distressed, etc., until the new carer came along at 10 a.m. the following morning. So my very, very loving niece is a bit of a goose and a turkey.
Oh, yeah, definitely a turkey. Absolutely, Nick. Oh, that's horrible. Is your mum okay?
She's been cared for at the QEH until they find a place for her for 5 weeks because I can't look after her. I have to recover.
Oh.
So that's my story, Stacey.
Oh, well, thank you for sharing, and I hope they manage to find her a place soon, Nick. Thank you for the call. Let's go to Simon in Lewiston. Hello, Simon.
Hello, Stacey. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Still on the couch.
Good.
Well, no, it's the third night in a row on the couch.
Oh, no. What did you do? Simon.
I
3 nights. It must have been bad.
And I'll be on there again tonight. So, yeah.
Okay. Spill your guts.
Yeah. Okay. Attempting to help my my sister-in-law and my wife to deal with the dispute for $15,000 for sale of residential property for their mum. So, yep, I did that. So they'd been waiting 5 months. So I just stepped in and as an ex-lawyer, did the paperwork, got the money in, 15 grand within 48 hours. And then we were having a bit of a discussion over it, saying, you know, I did it. And I called them incompetent. I said, the way you handled this was completely incompetent. Why didn't you give it to me in the first place?
Simon.
So, yes, I am the turkey.
Oh, dear. And was that 2 sisters? You got in the middle of 2 sisters?
Yeah, my wife and her sister.
And her sister. Dearie me, Simon. Surely you should know better by now.
I've just got no verbal filter.
Okay, well, enjoy the couch. Thank you for the call and the nomination. Good luck. Time for one more quick call. Hello, Mark in Summertown.
Howdy do. We've got a repeat turkey who, for about the last year, keeps pinching the change of speed signs in Piccadilly Valley. So, I'm pretty sure they're grumpy about people going from 60 to 80, but at the same time they're pinching the sign that goes from 80 to 60. So, on one side of the road they're getting people to hold on to 60, but on the other side of the road they're making people sit on 80. So, the attempt to slow traffic down is actually prolonging the traffic in one direction speeding at the frustration of the others on the other side. So I'm on a first name basis with the Department of Infrastructure and Transport, and I think Tom Koutsantonis just about owes me lunch. But we think we know who's doing it, but it's all a bit tenuous because everyone's local. So finger pointing becomes really, really difficult.
I can imagine. Well, I mean, you have to be a turkey if you're going to be stealing speed limit signs. That's just totally dangerous. And, what an idiot. What an absolute idiot, Mark. Thank you for the call. Turkey's almost undersells it, underplays it there. But, there you go. Infuriates me. Why do people do stuff like this? Oh, that's a tough one this week. So many good turkeys, but I think I'm with Rosie on the text line says, good on Kayleen. She lost her purse. Half of Adelaide have done the same. Kayleen in Elizabeth Park, well done to you. Had a stressful couple of hours there thinking you'd lost your purse. It, in fact, was just in your car. But we've all been there. We've all done that. So thank you for owning up, being the only one of us brave enough to own up. Congratulations, a case of Turkey Flat Vineyards Rosé is heading your way. It comes in eco-friendly cans. You will love it. And, of course, drink responsibly. I know you will. It's 10 to 4 here on 5AA. If you would like tickets to go to Live Golf on Sunday, I have a double ground pass to give away. But these tickets are so highly sought after that I have a quiz for you. So call now, 8223 0000. If you're feeling smart, if you've read up on golf, you need to know your golfing facts. Call now, and if you answer correctly, you could be going on Sunday.
At Simplicity Funerals, we have been keeping funerals simple and easy for over 40 years. Visit simplicityfunerals.com.au or call us 24/7 to get started today. Simplicity Funerals. Easy, respectful, simple.
There's one word that should be deleted forever. It transcends language, culture, geography, status, and it doesn't discriminate. That word is cancer, and until we can delete it, we're going to treat it. Lift Cancer Care is dedicated to offering additional cancer services to complement your existing treatment plan. We collaborate closely with your medical team to achieve the best outcomes for your diagnosis. So, if you or a loved one are ever struck with the C word, think of the L word first. liftcancercare.com.au.
Just call Ken Hall. We'll be there anytime at all. Just call Ken Hall.
You may have spotted our new Ken Hall vans driving around. That's our fresh new look. Friendly, bright, happy and easy. And the new look goes straight to our core values: integrity, fair pricing and quick turnaround. I'm Brad Hall, and at Ken Hall we've been working for you since 1983. For anything plumbing, air and electrical, just call Ken.
Just call Ken Hall.
We are Enable Fitness Centre, home to the biggest and best equipped disability exclusive gyms in South Australia. Our facilities and equipment have been custom built for wheelchairs and ambulant clients with physical and intellectual disabilities. The Enable community has over 500 members who work out, socialise and connect in a safe and friendly environment. Use your NDIS funding to improve your health and well-being at any of our 3 locations, Holden Hill, Marston and Elizabeth. Find out more at enablefitnesscentre.com.au.
Much on this weekend? How about a quick trip to Amsterdam? Dig into cones of Belgian fries topped with mayo, mini Dutch pancakes and indulgent Biscoff milkshakes. Stock up on authentic Dutch products, market fresh produce and irresistible Dutch cakes made from scratch daily. Take a leisurely stroll past the windmill, admire the tulips and the Delft Blue. Visit Amsterdam this weekend at the Dutch Pantry, OG Road Clemzig, open 7 days. Just look for the big windmill.
It pays to cruise with RAA. Book and pay a deposit on a new ocean or river cruise with RAA Travel by Feb 28, 2025 for the chance to win a $5,000 cruise holiday voucher. Can you imagine that? Booking a cruise and winning a cruise. It's better to be a member with RAA Travel. Promoter is RAA. T's and C's exclusions, booking and eligibility criteria apply. Available at travel.raa.com.au.
Want to get your car serviced quicker? Book into Wayville Hyundai. Our expert service team has you covered. Plus, with Service Now Pay Later options, there's no reason to wait. Change the way you Hyundai at Wayville Hyundai. Book today.
5AA Afternoons with Stacey Lee.
All right, it's the big moment, everyone. I have your chance to head along to Live Golf Adelaide this Sunday with a double ground pass. This is all thanks to official partner Shell OTR, making life easy. So, you've got to get this golfing question correct. Charlie in Happy Valley, are you ready?
I'm ready, Stacey.
Are you a big golfer?
I haven't played for quite a few years now. I'm getting a bit unsteady for it, but used to love a round.
Well, you'd love going along. Did you get to Live Golf last year or the year before?
No, haven't been.
Oh, okay. Did you hear yesterday's quiz, Charlie?
Was it something about the lower score? Yeah. Oh, by the way, did you know in Stableford golf, when you play Stableford, you actually win with the most points?
Oh, well, there you go.
So there's two correct answers there.
Well, okay. I'm referring to the Live Golf competition for the next question, just to clarify. Make sure we're all on the same page, Charlie. Are you ready?
Right.
Okay. The question is, and there are 3 answers, so wait for me to finish because it's a tricky one. The question is, what is a birdie? A, an animal of flight. B, a score that's 1 shot less than par. C, a character on Sesame Street.
Well, I have a lot of those. The first variety come to my back door every day, but not one of those. I'll go for B, one less than par.
Oh, Charlie. Okay, B, what is a birdie? Well done, well done.
Oh, excellent.
The tickets are yours. Congratulations. Who are you going to take?
My brother, he took me to the 2020 cricket a couple of weeks ago, so I'm going to repay him with that now.
There you go. Beautiful. You guys will have a great day.
Yeah.
What a beautiful
Wonderful.
day you'll have. Have fun, Charlie.
Thanks, Stacey.
No problem. Congratulations. Charlie's heading along to Live Golf this Sunday with a double ground pass, all thanks to official partner Shell OTR, making life easy. I'm sorry if you missed out today. Don't worry. I have a double pass every day this week, so make sure you stay listening. But you have to be smart like Charlie and answer a very hard-hitting golf-related question. Okay, it is almost time for the 4 o'clock news, and after that, Rowie and Timmy G are on with the sports show. There's so much for them to talk about. The rumours about Ange Postecoglou have been swirling. What's going on? What's happening in the sporting world? You will be up to date when you listen to Rowie and Timmy G after 4. It's time for me to get out of here today. Thank you so much for all of your calls and your texts. And I'll talk to you at 1 o'clock tomorrow.
Beaumont's newest showroom is now open on Richmond Road, Marston. Celebrate with us on February 22nd from 11 a.m. with design